Attending your fostering panel can feel daunting. For most people, it is the final step before becoming a foster carer, and it carries a lot of weight. This short film is here to walk you through what actually happens on the day. You will see who is in the room, what their roles are, how the panel meeting is structured, where you will arrive and move through the building, and the kind of questions that are usually asked.
Panel is a group of people who have an interest in fostering. Some people may have experience of actually being in care themselves, or are foster carers, or may have a background in health, and they all come together, and then their role is to consider whether somebody who wants to be a foster carer would be suitable and have all the right attributes to make looking after Gloucestershire's children the best experience that they can. So my background is as a foster carer. So I started with supported lodgings, as it was called, back in the day. So that was providing care to young people 16 and above. And then in 2001, I became a foster carer. So as the chair, I suppose my main role is to try and keep order on the day. My first job is to go out and meet the applicants. I will also take with me the agency advisor. When I meet them, I introduce myself, and then I tell them what to expect when they come into the panel room. So I generally tell them that we have 6 panel members. Under the fostering regulations, you have to have at least 5, but we always try and have an extra person just in case someone's sick on the day to make sure that we can transact our business. And then I explain what happens when they come into the room. Once we've asked you our questions, I'll then ask you if there's anything further you'd like to say to panel. So after that, you will then go back into the waiting room. And while you're there, panel members will then take a few minutes to formalise our recommendation. So we have a brief discussion where each panel member in turn will tell us what they feel about what they've heard and what they've read and what they want their recommendation to be. And then once we've collated that information, a panel member will then come out and see you in the waiting room and tell you what we're recommending and why.
Hello, my name is Joanne England.
Hello, and my name's Marie Bradley.
And we are agency advisors.
So welcome to our fostering panel. As an agency advisor, we're not actually a member of the fostering panel, so we don't participate in voting or making the recommendations to panel. Our role is to advise and support the panel to enable the panel to make a recommendation.
We also check the panel minutes that are written after the panel meeting to make sure that they are as accurate as possible before they are sent to the panel members, to the panel chair, and to any social workers that have attended panel.
My name's Tammy Wheatley and I'm the Head of Service at Gloucester County Council for Corporate Parenting and Fostering. So once the panel have made their recommendation, all the paperwork gets sent over to me as the agency decision maker. Once I get the paperwork, usually the decision needs to be made within 10 working days, but I always try and make the decision within 5 because I just know that waiting around for that final decision is often one of the most difficult parts of the process.
Being on foster panel, you actually get to sit and talk to the people who are doing this amazing thing of fostering children and hearing their stories and helping them do that.
It's lovely working with the other people on the panel, and I always learn a lot every time I come to panel because of everybody's different backgrounds.
So I think my one piece of advice to people would be to try and just be themselves, but to read the report that's been written about you the night before, because the panel are only going to want to know more things about what's already in the report.
I think that panel is not looking for people who are perfect or know everything about foster care and children in care and what the experience is like. We're just looking for warm, accepting people who are willing to learn as they go on the journey of being foster carers.
We're just looking for people that can be themselves and step up to do what is actually often a very difficult job, even if it's rewarding.
We're not here to catch you out. This is a process where we're here to make sure that you can be the best foster carer that you can be and that we can provide you with the best support that you're going to need.